Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to see you, especially the old-timers who are still alive. And the newcomers, I hope you'll be with us for a long, long time. This is our program. This is different from a lot of temples. How do we train you? Let me tell you why we train you. How we train you. In Korea, we've been there for about 5 years now. And recently, this year, there's a lay woman who got to 1G. Old woman, mind you. You think you're old and become useless? No. How did she make it? We have many ways our people have been improving, have been trained in their own, in so many ways. It's not necessarily one particular way to get training. When this lady here, what she does is she keeps up with the ceremonies without fail. She's retired, so she does ceremony, morning ceremony, evening ceremony, lunch, and whatever, and participate in great compassion, repentance, and the assemblies when she can, and that's how she made it. And let me tell you, it's been very trying for her because she's kind of bipolar, like many of you, crazy people. So it's very difficult to deal with her. Bipolar people, let me tell you, they quit. And we have the perfect antidote for them, the perfect training program for them. How does it work? All you have to do is to keep up with the schedule and not quit, no matter what. That's my training. It was so bad for me in terms of no support, no teacher, so many uncertainties, so many problems that no one's guiding me. And it was so bad that for years, let me tell you, years, it's more or less every day, it's just like, let's try to make it through another day. That's it. Nothing glamorous about it. I survived. And finally I understood why. Okay? And so that's what she did. She survived. She got afflicted by me, by our local people, by so many things, by her family, by life, and she never quit. Because what's the alternative? Nothing else. She feels better. Her health increases, improves, and so cultivation was her only way out. Okay. And so my only way out was that I do not like to fail. That's all. My masters, my peers, a master's disciple, my peers did me a favor. They all looked down upon me and said, you may be educated, more educated than we are, and have more to be proud of than we are, but you are nothing in our world. You're a loser in our world. So I said, oh yeah? Let's see who's a loser. I'm going to be better than all of you. That's why I didn't quit. I couldn't quit until I'm better than all of them. And today I haven't quit yet because I'm still not better than all of them yet. To the level that I want to be. Much better than they are. Yeah? Okay? And so my lesson to you, what I'm sharing with you today is hang in there. no matter how difficult it is, because your health will improve physically and mentally. That's the case with all of our people. I stress improvement for you because that's very fundamental. You improve, you become healthier, you become stronger mentally. Because if you have mental issues, like many of you are so bipolar, if you run away from here, your ghosts will follow you everywhere you go. You will be glad you're gone because, one less burden to worry about. But they follow you. There's no escape for you. Whereas if you hang around, you get protection, you get help, you get guidance. And one day, you take the leap, you make the leap. Okay? One more thing for you crazy and sick people. I don't mince words. I'm too old to worry about offending you or losing you. Actually, I have a lot of disciples nowadays. What was the point? What did I start? How did I start? Which sentence? One thing that you have to remember is that it's never easy. The nature of training is that you cannot improve unless I change the point. I don't remember the point. I make a new point. I have a lot of points to make, endless points. The secret to improvements, especially for old-timers who've been here for a long, long time, since Blue Mountain Temple, is that the secret is that why is it our people improve so much and so fast compared to Master Shinhwa Sangha, compared to all the Sanghas? I went to a lot of temples, observed all of them. Like Amitabha Buddha, before he created the Pureland, what did he do, you think? He spent 5 kalpas with the Buddha's help, his Buddha's help. He looked at all the Buddha lands in the entire universe. It took him 5 kalpas to do that, with the Buddha's help. It took him a long, long time to observe, that Buddha land. Look, each Buddha land thoroughly, it's a huge galaxy, it's a huge thing. Each Buddha land is a galaxy. That's how big it is. And you look at each and every one of them thoroughly, and he says, I like that. I like this. I don't like that. And he pick and choose, and finally arrived at the architecture of the Western Bliss Pure Land. That's why it is said the Western Bliss Pure Land is no other Pure Land is more adorned than Western Bliss Pure Land. Because he looked at them all, and he says, my Pure Land will not be inferior to any other Pure Land. So he took the time to look around, 5 kalpas, mind you. And my path is kind of funny, in a very small way, a similar way. I looked at a lot of temples. I look at my master's temple, Chinese temples, Vietnam temples, Taiwan temples, so forth. And I like this, I like that, and that's why I came back and I said, this is going to be an American Mahayana. It ain't going to be Chinese, it ain't going to be Vietnamese, it ain't going to be Taiwanese, Korean, or whatever. Okay? And so what's the point? Let me make another point. So when you cultivate the secret, and by the way, I'm very proud of my Sangha. Yes, there are a lot of trouble. They're not normal. Lots of work left to do. But they're an envy of all the other temples. I know they're looking around and waiting for a chance to lure them away, or lay people give them money to build a temple and be their own boss. Okay? Or the other temples. I know if they leave and they go to any other temple, they'll be welcomed with open arms. Okay? And because what I measure people is by samadhi. And we keep on producing people with samadhi powers, more and more and more and more, higher and higher and higher. Okay? And that's our trademark. And no other temple, let me tell you, can keep up with us. So that's why in the future you see more people from other temples coming here and learn from us because of our reputation, our people. And don't be surprised, okay? And they come or they send their own people to receive training. We have no problems. I'm here to train all the Sanghas who want to be trained. And they should go back to their own temples. I have no ambition. I don't want a lot of disciples. I train people so that they live a decent, meaningful life. That's all I want. You should be happy. That's all. It's not about me, it's about you. Okay? And so what's the secret sauce? What's the secret sauce here? Well, you start with what? MSG. I'm Vietnam, you see. We use a lot of MSG. The secret sauce is, it's about time I tell you, it's been 19 years now. It's been that long. Isn't it funny? 19 years. Next year will be 20. That's a new point, by the way. We'll be celebrating 20 years of Dharma propagation. Yeah? We find some excuses to have a party, officially. Now the spiritual effects comes out. So what's the secret sauce? You're supposed to struggle. And especially point number 2, when I remember now, point number 1, that was point number 2. Now point number 1, since I look at all of you and I said, you're bipolar, you're depressed, you're manic and so forth, okay? And I don't mince words, I don't beat around the bush. So what it means is that when I tell you so, and it's very difficult, what they want to do is to convince you that I'm a bad person and you should quit. So many reasons, and one of the main reasons I'm a bad person, I'm a mean person, I'm so violent, I'm so temperamental. That's all true. But it's not about me, it's about you. I'm that way to make it difficult for you. Okay? If you can do it, then because the training, the reason you improve, because it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's a lot more difficult than you think that people realize. It's funny, recently, someone in Korea asked a Korean Sang Sunim, who's been around for a long time in the Korean system. He asked her, he said, is this, what do you think? You've seen 2 systems now, Korean system and American system. Which one's more difficult? That Sunim taught for a little bit, and she said, Korean. I said, why? She was asked why. She said, maybe I shouldn't use names. Huh? Should I use names? Should I or shouldn't I? By popular request. You want me to use names or not? Sure? Okay, you asked for it. You insist. He said, in the Jogye order, there are a lot of nuns who are real bitches. Here in BLI, it's only one. Even though she's enlightened. So it's much harder in Jogye order. There's so many of them. We only have one, and we're proud of it. She's wrong. It's so much more difficult because you don't know, you don't realize that there are demons and the ghosts, especially if you're bipolar, are trying to pull you away from us, because this is where you get protection. That's the only place where you can get protection. And those who left found that out. Without protection, they can't do anything. I was lucky. I got protection from my bosses. I didn't know that. If I didn't have protection, there's no way I could be sitting here. I didn't have protection from you as well. Many lay people, since Blue Mountain Temple, has been protecting me. See how we circumambulate, okay? First one are the two ceremony people. Well, and then who's next? Supposedly, yeah, the people, certain people go next. And those people walk in front of you because to protect you. You don't understand, we're very practical, okay? It doesn't matter you're a man or a woman. If the woman's stronger than the man, she should protect the man. Wouldn't you like that, huh, boys? Right? And if men are stronger than women, they should protect women. We don't discriminate. But the weak men, let me tell you, weak men are very offended. Oh, how come a woman walks in front of me? Because they're better than you, idiot. And they can protect you. You can't help yourself. You ungrateful SOB. And why do I sit behind you? Why do I walk behind you? To protect your rear, you idiots. They attack from the front, they attack from the back. I have thee in the back to watch everyone, protect everyone. Who's protecting me? None of your damn business. Okay? My point being that without protection, you cannot make progress. Let me assure you. So that's why you crazy people, when you're so under so much pressure because you're supposed to struggle, okay? That's how we train you. We put you under a lot of stress so that when you struggle, this is when miracles, wonderful things happen. It's okay to be in trouble. There's no need to be afraid. Are you Vietnam people to be afraid you're going to be in trouble? Master going to yell at you. I yell at you when I feel like. It doesn't matter you're wrong or right. I still yell at you. And so the worst thing possible for you is for you to get away from under this canopy on top of you that protects you. If you get out, boy, all those losers who left, they all regret it. Yeah, they all regret it. First, they're so happy. I'm this SOB of a monk. He's, I hope he's embarrassed because I just left him. And then they found out that they get no protection. No one could protect them. Without protection, folks, there's nothing you can do. You cannot cultivate, folks. This is why you should pay taxes to because it goes our military, it goes our police, it goes our fire department. Okay? Don't be stupid. Without that, we cannot function as a society. Same thing in our temple. Without protection from us, you cannot cultivate. It's impossible. Okay? Because the demons are watching you day and night. They will not quit. They will make sure their sole purpose in life is to derail you. And the best way to derail you is pull you away. The easiest way to pull you away from protection so that you totally at their mercy. It's okay. You don't have to believe me. When you quit and you leave and you see that I wasn't wrong. Now, talk to those losers who left.
Thank you, Master. I was just thinking about someone I know who left, and which I think is pretty strange because they brought me to you. But anyhow, later on, a couple years later, then I saw the husband, and which I didn't know, he was a stutterer. And he was just stuttering when he was talking to me, which I thought was really odd. And later I found out he used to stutter before he came to the temple, and I guess it returned afterwards.
Yeah, he came to us as a stutterer. Whenever he was under pressure, he would stutter. And he's a successful professional engineer, I guess. And then he practiced with us, and then he reached 7 samadhi, and the stuttering stopped. And then something bad happened to him. He believed in a lot of stupid things, totally untrue, and so and then I insulted him publicly. I say, "You idiot." Okay, and he's kind of people who get offended. He doesn't say anything, but he will remember and will make you pay. So eventually he found a chance to get back at me and tried to tell a lot of people to leave because of the rumors I was a bad monk. Okay, and so basically he stabbed me in the back. And then he ran away, okay? After I saved his son, I did a lot for him. When he admitted it, I said, at one point he said, he and his wife said, "I owe you my life," to me, okay? And then they left after stabbing me in the back. And a few years later, the wife died of cancer. And when he left, he immediately went to CTTB, Master Chenhua's system, and immediately requested a Master Buddha plaque to protect himself against my my anger. And it didn't help his stuttering. You see, I didn't do anything, I swear to God. Yes.
It was really interesting because it happened to be my birthday, and I got a phone call from his wife, and she started telling me all these things that she felt, was wrong with our master. And she went on and on.
It's the same woman who said, "I owe you my life."
Yeah, she just was telling me, "Oh, I did all this research, and this is what I found out, and so we decided we're gonna leave." And then she said,
"Leave? You can leave. Why do you have to stab me in the back?"
She said, "Well, we were with him for such a long time, so we don't think we need him anymore. And we're just going to go somewhere else." And then she said, "And I'm going to take you with me. The next time I go, we're going to go to Long Beach, and then I'll take you with me." And I was like, "What? Are you going to take me?" I didn't know what to say. I was kind of shocked. She was, "Well, we brought you, and we feel obligated that then now we should take you away." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I just said, I haven't been with Master as long as you have. I'm a beginner, and I think he's just fine for me. So I'm going to stay. But, I mean, the audacity to think that they just could take me away. Like, who the heck? Like, they don't own me. So, yeah, that was a very awkward conversation.
And also recently, I went to his house, just stood on the sidewalk, looked at his house, and I saw that he's severely depressed, a lot worse than before. So I don't know what he's been doing for cultivation, but it doesn't seem to help. And then extremely, extremely angry. So the guy is pretty sick. It's a lot worse than before. Okay. We're not criticizing people, we don't want bad things to happen to any of you, whether you like us or not. It's not the whole point. The point is sharing with you so that you can see that these people made mistakes, and I assure you they regret it deep in their heart. They say, oh God, I'm worse off than before. So I can't be right, can I? Yeah. And this is what happened. I explained it in yesterday's lecture. I said, when you're stronger and people stab me in the back and do things to you, you don't have to do anything. Okay? 无作报复 vô tác báo复 báo复 is Vietnam. Vietnam is what?
báo phục.
报复. Okay? It's no karma retribution. 无作 it actually means no karma. And let me translate that into English in a way that non-Buddhist people can understand. Like the guy behind the pillar there who's hiding. Okay? Catholic. Okay? Non-karma revenge, meaning that you exact revenge, but you do nothing. That's very Buddhist. Because what happened, I explained to people that when you attack someone, you stab someone in the back, okay? That person will get hurt. But at the same time, you also have a reaction, a force, equal, or even more in some cases, than the force you exert on the attack. It's like if you attack if you hit a spring, okay? The force you hit here will make the spring, okay, go in, and the force coming back to you is stronger than the force you hit the spring. So that's why 无作报复, no karma retribution is that if you're stronger than them, okay, when they attack you, the reaction force will be a lot stronger than their attack, and that's how they sink. So everyone, they get what they deserve. You don't need to do anything, folks. Live your life. Don't worry about them. Whatever they do, they get what they deserve. That's all. Okay, anyone else? Again, we're not interested in revenge. We want to improve, we want to be better and have a good life. Who cares if people screw up? It's their own lives, none of our business. Okay? Don't create karmas, folks. That's a foundation. If you create karmas, you get what you deserve. That's all. Any questions, comments? Yes. 8.
Hi, Master. Something has been bothering me for a while. So for the past few months, my 9-year-old son has kept telling me he doesn't want to go to school. This happened only on Mondays at first, but for the past week, he said that every day of the week, I noticed that I'm getting worried and impatient, and I don't understand why. It's not like he's struggling with school. He does very well on all his tests, and his teacher told me he's a role model to his classmates. And actually recently, last week, he received an Outstanding Student Award from the school. But why doesn't he want to go to school, and what should I do?
I don't know. I don't have any boy. Someone help her out. Why does he want to go to school? He just want to afflict you. That's one reason for sure. Okay? I don't know. He's manic.
Do I need to do anything or just...
Yeah, but one thing he must do is suffer one way or the other. He's there to make you suffer. And that's why you're here. If you're not suffering, you'll be having a party and having a good time somewhere else. Hey, folks, the last 19 years, actually, it's getting harder and harder every single year. I notice. True or not? It's not about politics, folks. I notice actually life is getting harder for everyone every single year. Yes or no? Huh? It's getting worse and worse and worse. And you know what? The funny thing is that we're getting better and better and better. Because when you suffer, that's when you come to the temple. You get some relief, you get a break, you get some peace, okay? You forget about your troubles for a little bit, okay? That's what we're supposed to do, okay? So I'm warning you, there's a lot more people coming our way. And I got the warning in Korea when I went to Korea. Okay, I knew that I was signaled that a lot of people will be coming our way. Okay, and sure enough, it's going to get worse and worse, folks. Okay, so endure. Okay, for her son. He's manic. He's going to do things to get in trouble himself. Okay? So it's a manic ghost that's pulling his strings. You have to endure the rest of your life. The manic ghost is not going to go away. So might as well get used to it. Okay? He's smart. Look at the bright side. He's smart. He's a good boy. He doesn't do drugs, does he? Okay, so far. Okay, and so smart boys like him, you give him blessings, they'll take care of themselves. You don't stop being such a control freak like your mom. Oh, that's the mom next to you, right? Don't translate this. No one translate for her in a Chinese translation, no? Yeah, keep her. No, not today. Don't be such a control freak. He's not going to listen to you. He's not listening to anyone. When a manic ghost pulls his strings, he listens to no one. Unless I beat up on the manic ghost, he's not going to change. Okay? So the one thing you can do that will always be helpful to him regardless, wherever he is, whatever he does, is more and more blessings. If the more you're worried about your children, this is what I would do. Give him even more blessings. That's all. Because that's what I meant by suffering. Either you suffer physically or by going through the retribution, or you suffer because you have to give him more blessings. Another form of suffering. Okay? There's no two ways about it. Okay? I'm sorry. You have to suffer. That's what it sounds like. But you can choose your form of suffering. Okay? Anyone else? Okay. We stop here. Let's take a 5-minute break. Come back and do the lunch offering. Thank you, everyone.